gotta take a leak real bad.
Hold it in, sir. Not a good time.
I realize that. I don't think I can. I'm really trying, but my body's not listening. I don't want to be a grown man pissing in the street, Ichikawa, but I can feel it. It's gonna come out.
Come out where? Because I'm looking and the usual place isn't an option.
Kaiju number 8. Kaiju numero ocho. This guy has been the talk of the town. The anime, I started it 2 months ago, and oh my freaking goodness, it's one of the best new gens I've ever seen in my life. So, I had to, go on the town and look for this guy. He was sold out everywhere online. Luckily, I found him in my local comic book store. So, today, we'll be reviewing Kaisenat Judaism, the 8th one. What is up, my collectors? This is your boy Reeferino, and as you heard in the intro, we're gonna be reviewing this boy right here. I'm really excited to dive into this figure. Get the little incision on the side. So this figure cost me $50, and he comes with quite a bit of goodies. Stuff's already falling. Okay, let's just take him out of the plastic here. Ooh boy. All right, here's Kafka. Oh my goodness, this is like a work of art. This is, my goodness. Oh my god, he's moving already. Your boy grows up so fast. Just gonna go straight into it with appearance. This guy looks eloquent. I can already tell he's getting full points for appearance. He is amazing looking. This is just the raw energy that this figure has. Oh my god, unlimited aura here, man. The little scales of the kaiju form. You got that amazing backbone, which is actually really sharp, which is a nice detail indeed. You can see like through his veins, it's that teal energy color. He looks amazing and a beautiful piece of art, dude. He really gets it on all, like, full credit. Now getting into articulation with this guy, I must say he moves pretty freaking awesomely well. That is a lot of adverbs. Oh my god. So, there's only real 2 main problems with the way this guy moves, if you consider them problems. The first one you've already seen. Bro has really long legs, and this is accurate to the illustrations and the anime and all that stuff, but because of his really long legs, he's kind of like top heavy, and it's really hard for him to stand. The second problem is in his chest, we'll get into momentarily. So, the head moves down about this much. Head moves, oh, okay. That was my fault. I took off the head to see what it looked like underneath, and I don't think I put it in all the way. So anyway, side to side, you get a lot of pivot. Well, not too much pivot because his head's kind of molded in a weird way, but they did really good considering the odd shape of his head. So arms, he can T-pose, I think? Yeah. Can't really get more than a T-pose because these clavicle pieces kind of block his shoulders, but you get double bends at the elbow, wrist rotation. The butterflies can have his arms move out quite a bit towards each other. I bet you can get them to cross if you try hard enough. I mean, they kind of already are already. The way the chest area moves isn't actually the problem. Well, it can't really move too far back because of his spine, but it can crunch down a lot. Like, that's freaking cool. Like, you can see the spine breaks up into pieces when you move him back. And this isn't really the problem a lot of people have, because like you're not going to see this. The problem is like when you have him in like a neutral stance position, you can kind of see it like gap at his like crotch piece, like the lower abs. And it's kind of like a Revoltech in that sense, where depending on how you pose him neutrally, you might get some gaps, but I don't really mind Revoltech figures too much, so I'm not going to mind this at all. And then finally, to the legs. The legs can move super awesome. I don't know if you can get to do a 360 here. I'm not going to push it more than that, but this is really cool. He has a sculpted butt because of the current 3.0 articulation, and then he can move his legs back this much too. So, pretty much 360. You can't really move it more than like here. Double bend at the knees, foot pivot, toe bends. Really, really sweet stuff. The articulation is awesome. But yeah, I've been posing around with this guy for quite a few days now, and he is sweet. You can really just get him into any pose that you want. Kafka Himino, Kaiju 8th one, the boy. Yeah, you can pretty much get him into any pose that you really want him to do. You guys, you should know by now. We serve cringe here, sir. Anyways, back to the review.
Thank God, finally. What the fuck?
For a $50 figure, this guy has quite a decent abundance of accessories and a really nice variety, which you don't really see for figures or figure arts this low a price point. Mostly you'd see this in figures $60 and up, so I really appreciate it. Starting with his hands, he only has 2 pairs of hands, which is kind of lackluster for most figure arts. He has his fists and then these claw hands. Would have been really nice to get a 3rd set of hands where his palms are completely open. I think that would have gone a long way. And then faces. He has 4 face plates, including the one he's wearing right now. A looking to the side expression, which usually I'm not big on, but for this character, I think it works. A screaming, angry expression, which is really nice because it has the mouth molded open. And then a comedic expression where it's still the mouth molded open, but he looks like goofy off. So it's really nice on the faces. I love these. There's also other faces you can get with other figures in the Kaiju number 8 line. There's kind of DLC for every other character besides Kaiju number 8. You can get a lot of different face plates. It's really freaking sweet. Like how Ichikawa has the freaky face. But you know, it gives you an incentive to buy the rest of the figures, and I don't really mind it because they're not premium Bandai exclusives. So getting into his last set of accessories, he has an interchangeable arm piece, which is really not that hard to put on. He first uses this arm to save Shinomiya in like the first few episodes. It's not really a spoiler by now, and it's a pretty cool accessory. And then finally, to go with the charged arm, you have this leg piece, which is, it goes in tandem with the charged arm. It's supposed to grapple itself to the ground and, you know, make it so that he's in a still position when he's attacking so that, you know, he doesn't, like, miss his punching shots or whatever. And, you know, that's pretty freaking cool. They only go on his right arm and leg, though, because the left arm and leg, they won't really come off as easily as they do, and I'm not gonna pull really hard because I don't want to break my toy. But yeah, overall, pretty nice set of accessories. I think he could have used a little bit more. It's just, that's kind of just my bias. Like, in the show, the further you get along, the more stuff you see him use. He charges all of his limbs at one point and uses it as like a booster to get into the air. I think that's really cool. I just think like an accessory set for this guy would go a long way because, oh my gosh, I would love it. Now we've made it to the final segment of my review where I give each of the figures a numbers rating score from 1 to 10 based on 5 categories I kind of model the reviews off of. This is my best way of coming up with an objective score. If you disagree with that, that's your opinion, but this is my biased final thoughts. So overall, I think this figure pretty much passes in all the categories that I rank a figure on. There's nothing much I can think about to complain about other than some more accessories would have been really cool. It's not that I don't think this guy isn't worth the $50 or anything, but there's a lot of cool stuff that could be included with a figure like this. The left arm and left leg aren't as swappable as they are with the right one. But yeah, overall, he's a 9.5 out of 10, which is really, really good. So that's gonna be about it for this review today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike and tell me what I can improve upon. I made this channel to improve my knowledge on action figures and be more immersed into the community. So any and all feedback is appreciated. I'm not really sure what kind of video I'm gonna do after this one. Probably a stop motion, so I might not upload anything for a few weeks and try to work on that just to see. That's about it, and I hope to see you guys soon in the next video. Have a good rest of your day or night. Goodbye!